My name is Ria. I am 27 years old. Last Tuesday I went to a restaurant with my best friend, and my ex was at the table next to us with his new girlfriend. He looked right at me, laughed, and said loud enough for everyone to hear that his last relationship ended because I was completely crazy. Then the waiter turned around. Before I tell you what happened next, could you do me a quick favor? If you like these stories, please like and subscribe and drop a comment below saying what country you're watching from. It really helps more than you know. Okay, let's start from the beginning. His name was Jake. We dated for 2 years. Broke up about 6 months ago. It wasn't dramatic or anything. Or at least I didn't think it was. He just sort of stopped trying. Stopped texting back. Started working late more often. I knew something was off, but I didn't push it. I never really push things. One day he just said he didn't think we were right for each other anymore. I said okay. He looked surprised actually. Like he expected me to cry or beg or something. But I just nodded and started packing up the stuff I kept at his place. There wasn't much. A toothbrush. A hoodie. Some face wash. I cried later obviously. In my car. Not in front of him though. Anyway. Life moved on. I didn't text him. Didn't check his socials. Well, I checked once. Maybe twice. Fine, maybe 5 times. But I didn't like anything or comment or whatever. I just looked. My best friend Casey kept saying I should get back out there. Start dating again. But honestly I was fine. I picked up more shifts at work. Started going to a Pilates class on Thursdays. It was boring but fine. I was fine. Last week Casey said we should go to this new Italian place that opened near the cinema. She'd been trying to get me to go out properly for weeks and I kept saying I was tired. Which I was. But she literally showed up at my flat with lipstick in her hand and said we were going whether I liked it or not. So I went. I wore jeans and this green top I've had for 3 years. My shoes were these black flats that look nice but the sole is too thin so you feel every bit of pavement. I remember thinking that as we walked in. That my feet were already sore and we hadn't even sat down yet. The restaurant was busy. Not packed but every other table full. They sat us near the back next to the window. The table had one of those white tablecloths that looks fancy but ours had a little red wine stain near the edge. I kept staring at it while Casey talked about her job. She works in marketing. I don't really understand what she does but she talks about it a lot. I was halfway through my water when I saw him. Jake. Sitting at the table right next to ours. Literally 2 meters away. My stomach just dropped. You know that feeling? Like when you miss a step on the stairs. He hadn't seen me yet. He was facing the other way. There was a girl sitting across from him. Blonde hair. Really shiny. She was laughing at something he said. That laugh that's a bit too loud. Like she wanted people to know she was having a good time. I looked down at my menu really fast. Casey noticed. She always notices. What's wrong? She whispered. Nothing, I said. Just, Jake's here. Her eyes went huge. She started to turn around and I grabbed her wrist. Do not look, I hissed. Where? Right behind you. Is he alone? No. Oh my God, is that her? I don't know who her is but there's a girl, yeah. Casey's face did this thing. Like she was annoyed on my behalf. Which I appreciated but also I just wanted to leave. I should have said something. Should have told her I wanted to go. But I didn't want to seem pathetic. Didn't want to make it a thing. So I just sat there, staring at my menu. Pretending I cared whether I wanted the carbonara or the arrabbiata. The waiter came over. Young guy. Maybe 22 or 23. Dark hair. He had this little notepad in his hand and he smiled and asked if we were ready to order. Casey ordered some pasta thing. I asked for the margherita pizza because my brain had stopped working and that was the first thing I saw. Any drinks? He asked. Just water is fine, I said. He nodded and walked away. I didn't really look at him. I was too busy trying not to look at Jake. I thought maybe we'd just eat quickly and leave and he wouldn't even notice I was there. That was the plan. Just be invisible. But then I heard him laugh. That specific laugh he does when he's showing off. Loud. Performative. And then I heard my name. Yeah, Ria, he said. Not even quietly. Like he wanted people to hear. That was my ex. My whole body went cold. Casey's mouth fell open. I still didn't turn around. I just froze. Stared at the little wine stain on the tablecloth. Why'd you guys break up? The girl asked. Her voice was sweet. Curious. Not mean or anything. He didn't know. There was this pause. I could feel him smiling. I couldn't see him, but I knew. Honestly, he said. She was just, I don't know, kind of crazy. Someone at the table behind them laughed. Not loud. Just a little snort. Like they thought it was funny. Casey reached across and grabbed my hand. I didn't say anything. Didn't turn around. Didn't stand up. I just sat there. The girl laughed too. Uncomfortable. Like she didn't know if it was a joke or not. Crazy how? She asked. Just like, paranoid. Insecure. Always thought I was cheating or losing interest or whatever. It was exhausting, you know? I felt sick. Genuinely nauseous. Because that wasn't true. I never said any of that. I never accused him of anything. Not once. But I still didn't say anything. Casey looked like she was about to explode. Her face was red. She started to push her chair back like she was going to go over there, and I shook my head. Don't, I whispered. Rhea. Please. Just leave it. She sat back down, but she looked furious. Kept my head down. Tried to take a sip of water, but my hands were shaking. And then I noticed the waiter. He was standing near the kitchen. Holding a tray. Staring. Not at Jake. At me. He had this look on his face. Like he was trying to figure something out. I looked away. Our food came a few minutes later. Different waiter this time. Older woman. She put the plates down and left. I didn't eat. Just moved the pizza around with my fork. Jake was still talking. I tried not to listen, but the tables were so close. He was telling some story about a trip we took to Brighton. Except he was changing it. Making me sound unreasonable. Making himself sound like a saint. The girl was eating it up. I wanted to disappear. Like actually vanish into the floor. And then the waiter walked past our table again. The young one. He slowed down. Looked right at me. Then he looked at Jake. Then back at me. He stopped walking. Casey noticed. She glanced up at him and then at me. Confused. The waiter just stood there for a second. Then he walked over to Jake's table. Excuse me, he said. His voice was polite. Come. But there was something else underneath it. Something sharp. Jake looked up. Smiled. That charming smile he does with strangers. Yeah, mate. The waiter didn't smile back. I just heard you talking, he said. About your ex, Rhea. Jake blinked. Yeah. That's my sister. The entire restaurant went quiet. I swear to God, every single person stopped talking at the exact same time. Jake's face. I'll never forget it. He went completely pale. His mouth opened but nothing came out. I just stared. Casey gasped. Actually gasped out loud. The waiter. My brother. I didn't even recognize him at first. I hadn't seen him in almost 2 years. He'd grown his hair out. Got taller. But it was him. It was definitely him. His name is Owen. He's 23. We're not super close. He moved to London for uni and we just drifted. Mom always said I should call him more, but I never did. I didn't even know he worked here. He was staring at Jake. Not angry. Told. She's not crazy, Owen said. Voice steady. Quiet. But you did cheat on her. With someone from your office. For 4 months. The blonde girl's head snapped toward Jake. What? She said. Jake started stammering. No, that's not, I don't know what. Her name was Laura, Owen said. She told our cousin about it at Christmas. You made Rhea think she was paranoid the whole time. But she was right. I couldn't breathe. I didn't know that. I had no idea. Casey was staring at me. Owen was staring at Jake. Jake was opening and closing his mouth like a fish. The blonde girl stood up. He didn't yell. Didn't throw anything. Just picked up her bag. Looked at Jake. And walked out. Jake tried to follow her. Babe, wait. She didn't turn around. The whole restaurant was still silent. Everyone was looking at him. He stood there for a second. Then threw 2 20s on the table and left. Owen turned to me. You okay? He asked. I nodded. I didn't trust my voice. He squeezed my shoulder and walked back to the kitchen. Casey just stared at me. Did you know? No, I whispered. We didn't stay. I couldn't. I left cash on the table and we walked out. I sat in my car for almost 15 minutes before I started the engine. Casey didn't say anything. He just sat next to me. I cried. Not loud. Quiet. Not because I was sad. I mean, I was. But also I wasn't. I was just free. No one apologized. Jake didn't text. Owen didn't call. Mom hasn't mentioned it. Sometimes the truth doesn't fix anything. But at least now I know I wasn't crazy.
If the story was good, so please subscribe to our channel for more stories like this. Thank you for watching.